Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find in that video description below, including ways to support this channel, like clicking that red subscribe button, joining the Beard Wizard family, and helping us get to our next milestone of 7,500 subscribers. Also, there's the merch store, the Patreon, the membership on the channel, which has its own rewards. My books, thebeardstruggle.com. If you want to know how I maintain this, there's a link in the video description below. So it's Monday, and it's probably going to be another twofer. I still have a lot of catching up to do, and I realize that the more I've added or the more I've formatted this channel throughout the week, we've got, Asian bands on Monday, the Warning Wednesday, new bands on Thursday, and new releases on Friday. That leaves one day to look at all the other stuff. So I may introduce two for Tuesday, maybe. Well, I can't maintain this pace every day of the week, but I might try to see if I can do it maybe on Tuesday. Give you guys two different reviews on Tuesdays. But until then, there's more that I want to look at and not enough time. And I don't want to let some of these releases and these songs that I'm interested in checking out, I want them slipping past me for too long. So the first one up tonight is going to be Otyken's latest. This is a little bit different. It's got not only a music video, but it's got some concert footage. This is just an instrumental, which I can't remember if we reviewed an instrumental from them yet. I think we have, but I'm not sure if it was them or another band that I'm thinking of. But we're going to take a look at Ice Age. Pause necessary to talk about the music. There are no lyrics, so there's not going to be a lot of breakdown of meanings or anything like that. We're just going to enjoy this very peaceful, very primal piece, and we'll talk about it as we go. If you're in the live stream, say hi, and if you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Live show, boys and girls, and let me know what you think. But here we go. This is Ice Age from Otyken. I don't have any cold beer. Cheers. Pretty good sized crowd. Beautiful imagery. Welcome. Thought about it, Alpha. I don't want to go too long lost in this one. So like I said, it's very much an instrumental. There's a little bit of vocals going on there, but not a lot. And Alpha said, it's 2 degrees outside, sit the case in the yard. I thought about it, but I did put one in the freezer. It'll probably be ready for our second review of the night. But yeah, so funny. 12 degrees in Buffalo. I think it's 16 right now here in Illinois. I think that 14. It's 14 degrees here in central Illinois. Yeah, it's cold, boys and girls. So this song is a great addition to this week. What I've always loved about Otyken, and this piece really highlights, is the different instruments, the very primal, primitive instruments, but the quality of sound that you still get out of those. I mean, all the instruments we use today are based on these. You know, even though they're playing in some cases like a two-string guitar, a two-string bass, you know, the instruments we have today, that's where they started. But hearing those instruments in this modern age and still getting such a beautiful sound and such uh, wonderful, you know, composition out of it is fantastic. And again, it harkens back to just how much ingenuity that human beings have had over the generations and hundreds and thousands of years to be able to create stuff that lasts. Alpha says 14 degrees right now. Yeah, still insane. Ed, do I know where this show was filmed? I do not know where this show was filmed. I was curious, but I cannot tell based on any of the imagery where this was. I wonder if it's in the video description. Papa. It doesn't say where this was filmed, unfortunately. So I'm not entirely sure, Ed. You know, after today, I kind of need this too. And hopefully, if you've had a day or if your weekend was long and stressful, something like this helps. Like, these are the kinds of things I sometimes like to listen to this kind of stuff, like on the drive home after a rough day at work. You know, sometimes I want to listen to some rage metal, but then other times I just want to get out of my head for a little while and let something like this take over. Almost is like just a white noise kind of drowning out all the stress and crap. And this is a perfect song for that kind of thing. We got a modern bass in there. Yeah, I agree. And her vocals, her voice is always gorgeous. But there's one of the things about Otyken and the bands like them that it pulls. Ed says it takes you to a special place. This music always pulls at something I think that's deep inside of us. Something, all music touches our emotions in certain ways, but I think when when we listen to these more primal sounds, this music, these instruments, these vocals, um, I think it touches something dormant inside of us or something that we don't quite, not quite able to define. And it's a little bit more emotional or more special when that happens. It's one of the reasons I love listening to them all the time is it because it does that. Beautiful instrumental. I think that's it. Yeah, beautiful piece from Otyken. Again, nothing to break down lyrically, nothing to try to find a hidden meaning other than just a lot of sounds, a lot of peace that if you've ever been out in just the wilderness when it's covered in snow, everything is white, everything is so stark that there is a bit of that peace and calm. It's quiet, noise just travels differently like that. It's things that, the wind is more heightened in an environment like that. So you've kind of got that kind of sound with the music they're doing here. Really beautiful piece from Otyken. Make sure you go check out their channel. Normally, what they call themselves a folk pop group. So if you've never heard Otyken before and this is your first experience with them, most of their stuff is a lot different than that. Still very primal. Still very just. I don't want to say primitive because they're by no means primitive, but they're using instruments that human beings made thousands of years ago to create music, much like our ancestors did thousands of years ago. But a lot of it is done to modern dance and pop beats. So it's an interesting mix. But definitely go check out their channel and subscribe. Subscribe here, get us to 7,500 as soon as possible. And tonight's going to be a twofer for sure. Tomorrow maybe as well. So I'm going to take a quick break, get things set up, and I will be back with another review in a little bit. And then we'll be streaming tonight, probably. Really depends on how I feel after dinner. Alpha, Ed, and everybody else who's here, thank you all so much. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.